Hey guys, it's Jess with Tech House Inspections. I'm on a roof like always, and I thought I would talk to you today about shingles, more specifically layers of shingles on roofs. So most cities and shingle manufacturers really recommend a maximum of 2 layers, or really allow only a maximum of 2 layers of shingles on a roof. The reason behind this is that when you have more layers of shingles, you have more weight. And secondly, roofing nails, if you've ever actually looked at them, they're only so long. So when you have multiple layers of shingles, say you have more than 2 layers, that top layer, your new roof, the nails actually at that point very likely aren't long enough to go through now 3 layers of shingles and grab onto the boards, the roof sheathing. So I've seen plenty of roofs that have more than 2 layers of shingles on them where brand new shingles are just coming off, sliding off the roof because they were never really adhered to anything. The other thing to keep in mind is if you're doing what they call a roof over or a second layer, which while technically allowed, a lot of shingle manufacturers, they don't give you as long of a life expectancy on a second layer as they do on a first, because essentially you're laying your new shingles over what was an older, uneven, worn surface. So if they're laid on nice flat roof sheathing with, appropriate membrane or ice and water shield or tar paper underneath, then you get a nice flat base for it. So a lot of times on a second layer, shingle manufacturers will shave a few years off of their life expectancy for a second layer versus a first. So something to keep in mind if you are looking at getting a roof on your home. I generally always recommend just doing a tear off. It's usually a bit more money, but not a ton more money. And plus it gives you an opportunity, if you tear off the roof, to replace any boards that are bad from previous roof leaks or anything like that, so that you've got a good substructure to lay your new roof on. So, because the roof that I'm doing here today, I'll show you, it's always something I look for when I'm doing a roof, is to see how many layers of shingles that there are. So I'll show you here. If you're looking at a roof, sometimes you can come along the edge of the house. Even if you can't get up on a ladder, sometimes you can see it from the edge of a house. And this roof is just a really good example here of that. So I'm going to lift these shingles and show you. You can see the other layers of shingles underneath. So there's 2 layers on this roof, at least. So I thought I would show you what it looks like. So this is the edge of the roof. This is kind of a very interesting roof design, kind of a mid-century modern house. But you'll see this is actually not the second layer here. These aren't 4 layers. This is the starter course. But underneath here, you can see these are actually different shingles. So this is sort of 1 layer here, and then this is the next layer of shingles. And one of the things I like to do if I can, and I can't really get far enough back under there to see, is if I'm looking at, asphalt or ice and water shield there, but I can't lift that far enough. But it is something, if you're looking at a house and you want to know how many layers are on the roof, because I've seen up to 5 layers on a roof before, which is horrible. Or if you're thinking of putting a roof on your own house, these are just some things to keep in mind. So I got to get this stuff in my report, guys. Have a good day.